Another rainy, gloomy day here in Michigan. I decided to stick a little bit closer to home. Just gonna ride around my town today. The loop that I typically ride is, depending on variations of it, you know, a number of the times I might ride in a subdivision, that kind of thing, can range anywhere from 10 to 12 miles or so. My plan is to ride that a couple of times today. It's even though it's a little bit rainy, it doesn't feel as chilly as it did yesterday when I was out at the rails for trails. So I didn't even bother, putting a coat on today. Just grabbed my vest, my helmet, and GoPro, and here I am. Oh my gosh! So I am wearing the Air 5s by Sound Pete's again today. I've actually been wearing them a lot. I've been wearing them, I don't know, last several weeks really. They sent them to me a while ago to do a review, but I don't like to crank those things out without putting them to a test. Make sure that they're going to be something that, my opinion is warranted. So definitely put in plenty of hours, plenty of miles in these, and for the price tag, they're worth the money. They're worth the money. The one thing that I found I can't seem to do is to go back and replay a previous song, but pretty much everything else I've been able to do with the touch controls. The city of Langsburg is waking up. It's nice to see people out in the streets walking around, heading down to the restaurant, grabbing a little bite to eat after church. That is definitely one of the pastimes here. Everybody kind of gathers and chit-chats and catches up on all of the gossip. Oh, and wow, this isn't gossip. For us, this is new, relatively new. But we've got Bobcat now in the area. It's been a couple of years ago, I think we saw, it's the first time I know of in my lifetime that one was captured on a trail cam. And then, spotted again, the following year, so last year. But this is a pretty good trail cam photo, and it looks an awful lot like a Bobcat to me. So now here in mid-Michigan, we've had sightings of, black bear, bobcats. I think what's happening is just, they're running out of places to be, and so they're moving further and further south, looking for food and all that kind of good stuff. Oh my gosh. I love Michigan. I do. I love Michigan. You just never know what you're going to find here. So I did get a slightly later start today than maybe I wanted, but that's all for good reason, and I would do it all over again, because when I got up this morning, I watched the Berlin Marathon. So I poured myself, I don't know, 3 cups of coffee, I think is what I had, while watching the race. It was awesome. It was awesome. I got so excited for everybody that was there, and honestly a little bit jealous, wishing that I could be there and be a part of all of that much fun. Oh, it just looked incredible. Just looked incredible. The weather looked perfect. I checked the weather when I got up, there in Berlin, and I think I said it was around 47 degrees Fahrenheit, something like that. So I'm sure it was in the low 50s on when the start gun went off. In the coverage that I watched, so I did not watch it live. I didn't watch it live, but I did watch a replay of it, and the replay was awesome, because so many times when I've watched, like the Boston Marathon or New York, all you ever really get to see are the elite runners, which is great. But here, with this speed, they showed a lot of the everyday runners, and I loved that, because it gave me, a more realistic perspective of the marathon. And I was having a little bit of fun, because when the corral groups would get up to the start line, so it's like you know, the 3:15 pacer sign you could see, and then, you know, 3:30, 3:45, what have you. Well, as those groups were approaching the start, you know, I know there's 50,000 runners there, but still, I was looking in the crowd to see if I could see anybody I recognized. I know, it was a long shot, but it was still a lot of fun to do. Oh, absolutely loved it. And what a great marathon this year. I truly thought that they were going to set, or had a good chance to set, a new course record. You know, that Eliud Kipchoge's record might fall today, but especially after they got through like the first, you know, 20K, because they were on pace. And I thought, boy, if they negative split this, they could beat it. I mean, somebody could set a new record today. But that, you know, it didn't happen, but it was still, what an incredible race to watch. So much fun, so much fun. I wish I could have been there. You know, I would have liked to have seen the inline skaters. You know, that is pretty darn cool. They look so smooth on their skates. That just looked like so much fun. Oh my gosh. So I hope you guys are having a great weekend. If you did run the Berlin Marathon and you're in Germany, I wish you guys all safe travels back to wherever it is that you came from. Hope you guys had a wonderful time. And maybe, and hopefully in the near future, I'll be able to join all of you over there. So, all right, I'm gonna get back into this workout. I still got a ways to go. I'm probably about halfway through. I think I'm gonna be out here roughly, you know, a couple hours, just see how that takes me. I'm not really pushing it today. It's kind of a low heart rate training day. You know, so a couple hours will probably get me around, I don't know, somewhere between 25 to 30 miles, something like that. So, all right, I'll let you go for now. One of the things that I'm doing differently today is to stay seated most of the time. Typically when I'm out on my bike, you know, I come up out of the saddle, I don't know, I'd say probably a good 80-90% of the time. But today it's just the opposite. I'm staying seated probably 80-90%. I come up out of the saddle maybe to get up a hill, or if I'm going against a stiff wind, but otherwise I'm staying down. This workout is coming to a close. I went just a smidge over 30 miles today. It was a 30 easy. Kept my heart rate pretty low pretty much for the entire time. And it turned out to be a really terrific day. Oh my goodness. All right, so bring my bike to a stop here. Ooh, brakes didn't squeak as much as they did yesterday. Okay, so I got to stop my watch. All right, so looks like 2 hours and 17 minutes roughly is the amount of time it took me to go those 30 miles. All right, so it says saving. Why it's saving. I just want to thank you guys for making it to the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed making it for you. Oh, I just lost one of my earbuds. Oh, as always, run tall, run strong, be kind to one another. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time right here on Run Tall with Tim. Oops, says base for training. I'll take that. Definitely 72 hours to recover. I'm gonna hit it over on all stats. So 30.08 miles, 2 hours, 17 minutes, 25 seconds, 13.1 miles per hour on average. Max speed was 20.8 miles per hour. All right, so that wraps it up. Hope you guys have a great one, and I'll see you next time. Woo. About this time of year is all the elementaries have these porta potties that are out, you know, to accommodate the soccer games and that kind of thing. So if I need to use a restroom, whether I'm out running or riding my bike, there's usually one that's pretty readily available. So hey, we'll take that.